We have things like laser grids, which you set up, let's say, in a hallway or in a big space, and projects a grid. So if anything moves in front of it, it's very obvious. So we use laser grids. We use IR cameras, infrared cameras. We use the infrared camera boosters so that we get an even stronger, response from anything that walks by. So those are the larger pieces of equipment. The smaller pieces of equipment, and I'm sure most people have seen, is a K-meter. Some of them are digital, and some of them are the famous light one that lights up. And they detect, all of these tools, by the way, were adapted from existing equipment. Lots of this came from building. So an EMF field detector, you would run along the walls and be able to tell where you have power. So we would go through a room and pick up electromagnetic from outlets, from electrical conduits, from breaker boxes, and make sure that we're clearing the room and understanding where these readings are coming from. Otherwise, you don't have any kind of a control. You just can't walk in, wave one of these, go, oh, look at that, it's above 1, there must be something here. So we use 2 different types of equipment like this. There are a number of apps that you can get. There's a geophone app that you can get for your iPhone, and the geophone is used in science to detect subtle movements and vibrations. Columbia has a lot of what we call fake lore, and that tends to kind of cluster around student stories. So you have to spend a lot of time figuring out and tracking back the history. Columbia College, for example, has a ghost who's known as the Gray Lady. When people were, I guess they had been standing outside and they saw a candle go by the window, and then it floated by into the next room, and they watched it go across the whole, and everybody was, my gosh, that was the ghost. Until somebody figured out what it was. Were 2 of the women students, and, well, it was more than 2. They were across 3 or 4 rooms, if I remember correctly, and one would be in the room, and she'd have a candle, and she'd walk by that window and then tap on the wall, and in the next room, she would then walk by that window and tap. So the illusion was that this candle was traveling right through the wall.